Alright, hello guys, I'm back with another VOD review. This is, I think, my third one, and we're just gonna get into it. Looks like it's a silver, gold, plat game. I haven't played at these ranks, to be honest, so I don't know what the averages are. But we'll skip forward a bit. Let's start. Okay. Need to change the quality. Let's see. Let's talk about this team comp and what you want to do with this team comp. So, alright, we have Genji, Winston, Soldier, Diva, and Zenyatta on the side. So, there's a couple of different things you want with this team comp. One, you want Diva to stick with you or dive in with the Winston Genji and just like full dive, and then you either jump in and try to pocket one of the tanks or the Genji and then have your Zen sit back with your Soldier, or you sit back with the Diva, the Soldier, and the Zen, and you just like damage boost the Soldier as you're walking in. So that's just something, talk about something you'd look forward to doing in the match before it happens. Winston jumps in way too early, that's fine. I have a Bastion right there. I'd be telling my Diva straight up, I'd just be pocketing her and telling her, hold down right click, let's walk at this Bastion, let's kill him. She holds down right click, they kill him. That's good. Tell your teammates to walk in right now. There's no reason to stand at the gates. You've gotten 2 or 3 kills. I'd be pinging that I have res right now and also saying in chat, guys, I have res, let's walk in. Calling out members on their team because I saw the Mercy over here and Soldier had her ult, so this is good. Whenever Zen ults, it's a bit scary with a Roadhog right there, but whenever Zen ults, you're in a danger zone where, regardless of where you are on the map, so just jump to the Zen and you're usually safe because no one can kill you in his zone. The res, I don't know if it's needed at this point. They already used res and you got in picks, but I don't know if I'd be trusting silver teammates to get kills reliably, so it's probably correct. I still have a few people here. Not the worst decision. Nice. As soon as you see the ult running away. Making sure you get distant. Alright, this is really good. So the Winston, he was up in the air for a second. Whenever you have a teammate that's up in the air for like any period of time on Mercy, you want to jump and be able to like float up there, because there's 2 good things about that. One, it makes you harder to hit because you can maneuver in the air, and second, it makes it way easier to jump to another target and you get like a longer, it's easier to spot out a teammate to jump to, and it gives you a lot more time to decide on who you want to jump to, as opposed to when everyone's just on the same level. This positioning is actually really good. You played the sight line of the back of the point really well, where you see their line of attack is all over here. You want to stay as far away from them as possible, and you were all playing around the back of the site, which is really, really good. Be asking my teammates what ults you have. I've talked about this before in other VODs, but you also want to be pressing tab a lot as Mercy, because you decide which ults basically your team has and which you should be using. So if you have 2 teammates die with ult, you want to be looking at your tab and being like, okay, my 2 teammates have ult, so I'm going to res these 2 people, as opposed to 3 teammates not having ult. You then have to decide, like, okay, do I res the 2 people who have ult or the 3 people who don't have ult, if they're like split up when they die. And wow, that was a steamroll. Okay, they didn't even contest. Alright. Fast forward. Hey, you played that really well, so... Alright, someone just slipped past. I'd definitely be calling that out, because it doesn't appear that these people saw it. Okay, now they know. I wouldn't jump this far out to heal the Mei, but I would sit next to the truck and jump as far as, or as close as I needed to get my beam on her, and then I would have started walking away, because that angle is very risky. Also right here, your POV is not too good. I think definitely whenever you have someone on you, it's hard to stay like calm and stuff, but there's no one over here. Like whenever you have a portion of your screen that you're looking at, you need to have it be as optimal as possible. So you have all this area right here that there's nothing really going on. Of course, you know the Genji is right here. You need to be looking over here because sure the Genji's on you and he's a threat, but you need to be paying attention to the people on the right who can start shooting you. Good. So yeah, it was pretty risky going on to the point. We can talk about it a little bit. It's not the worst though. You were getting dove, and then this is just one of the slight GA things where sometimes you'll jump to a teammate and it'll push you backwards because you weren't jumping to the soldier, you jumped to the Zen. That is a slight mistake. It makes you lose some HP, but you get to onto his health get. Yeah, you weren't the Ryan wasn't paying much attention to where the fight was, so he kind of got caught out. Right here, you just saw the Ryan die, so it's pretty risky, and there's going to be people up there. I probably would have gone on up top behind the stairs, and then looked to heal people from up there, because you're in super imminent threat right now. You literally all your teammates were on the point, and you don't have a jump target. So even though you look back, everyone's on the point right now, so there's no one to jump to. And so you just end up getting yourself killed by trying to help the Mei, even though she had ice block and could have healed herself. The team was playing actually correctly at the back of the site. So you tried to save the Mei, and it didn't end up working because all your teammates were already up there. Usually in that situation, if I ever do want to jump to someone on the site, I'll tell a teammate beforehand, Soldier or Zenyatta, get up top, stay up top, don't drop down, so I can dive down, heal someone, and come back up to you. But yeah, it wasn't the worst. I think your teammate's cleaning up, so... This is good, you should be standing back a bit. And now, just straight walk away. There you go, good job. See, here... It depends how much you trust your tanks, to be honest, because D.Va can sit here, hold down right click, and eat the whole Bastion ult, and then you could just pocket either one of them, you don't have to worry, but if you don't really trust them, then you just straight want to hide and, like, rely on them just messing up and dying, because right here, you already heard the Bastion ult, there's a D.Va above you, there's a Genji over here, and there's probably damage over here, and you putting yourself in this position means you have to either like insta-res, or you need to get out and prepare for the res, because you can get killed going for it. Just a minor thing, but whenever you see a teammate, like, I'll go back a little bit, it's pretty minor, but you see the Rhine, he's swinging, you want to jump to him, you see him already walking over to the left, you start to walk over to the right to try to get around. This is all dangerous area right there. They were already shooting at him. You already want to be pathing the way he was pathing, because now your back is turned, and you could just get killed right here. And you start to get shot. It's all just being mindful of where your enemies are and where your teammates are, and where to have your field of vision at all times. I'll sometimes just do like 360s just to see like my spatial awareness, to see where everyone is, just so I know what to do. Because as Mercy, you just need to have the beam on the person and just like paying like a tiny bit of mindfulness to your teammates' health bars and then where the beam is. And if you're close enough, you don't really need to be paying attention and have like the middle of your cursor on the person at all times. Alright, you have ults. I'd be telling my teammates what ults to use. Holy shit, I just noticed you have 18 ping. That's insane. Sorry, I've never seen someone have 18 ping. Well, I don't have 18 ping ever, so. This is good. This is really good. Whenever you see a threat, like a DPS threat in the air, you want to start your healing beam on someone and then just like back up. And then if they ever start to focus you, you have your jump target. And then you back up again and do that, so it's really good. I'd be pinging that I have res right here. Maybe telling my Ryan to take damage is unfortunate. He put up a shield and you actually probably could have told him, take some damage, I almost have res, I can get a 2-man res. And then you also tell your teammates you're about to res them because some people aren't really paying attention. When they die, they'll like take their hands off the keyboard. I probably would have tucked myself into the cubby, but your whole point was getting surrounded, so wasn't a lot you could do. Alright, looks like they end up capping. It's not the end of the world. You have a way better time bank, regardless of you than they cap right now. It's all about just telling your teammates what to do right now, probably. Not grouping up in like cubby holes like that. Because whenever you have to tell your teammates where you are basically, because people just don't pay attention. Just communicating, hey, you guys are way too forward right now. Me and Zen can't heal you, so you're not going to get healed. Backing up, this is good. It's really good. As soon as you see threats, you're backing up past the corner, which is really good. That's what you should be doing. See the Pharaoh, you're jumping, that's good. Playing corners. Grab the health kit. Yeah, you should have grabbed the health kit right there. As soon as you're in a vicinity of a health kit as Mercy, you should always be pathing towards it, so you can pick it up. It's not going to matter in the end, but in other situations it will matter more. Again, I'd be communicating, team, play back a little bit. I died. Not a lot you could have done there, since he jumped at a weird angle. Not too weird of an angle, but you didn't have a lot of chance to maybe jump to someone. I maybe would have tried to jump to the Reinhardt, but yeah. At least calling out where he was. A lot of deaths from Winston come from not you positioning incorrectly beforehand, not after the fact, so. Usually you have to be positioned correctly to outplay him and his jumps, because you can jump more often than him beforehand. You can't really fix it afterhand, because he'll usually just stick on you and kill you. Just a minor thing as well, but whenever you're in these engagements, you should always be damage boosting teammates, especially if there isn't like things hitting them at the moment, or if they aren't in like imminent danger. Overhealing is a problem where people will sit with the healing beam on the person for a while, and you can just be sitting on damage boost and damage boosting for a little bit of extra damage here and there. which helps you gain ult and helps your teammates also gain ult faster than they would, so. I would have jumped to that D.Va a little bit sooner, but yeah, jump to the D.Va and then play the edge where you're floating a little bit above, and just heal her and not actually full commit onto there because she jumped off. I'd be telling my teammates just to back off. Pinging that I almost have res. I'm trying to think right here. I probably would have looped around the right side, pulled out my pistol, and then see how many shots I could have gone off, and depending on the amount of shots you got off, then you can decide if you can get the res or not. But yeah, you need to res right there, but yeah, if you go around the right side on that point, I can go back a little bit, talk about it. So I would have gone around the right side because there's a potential. You only need 12%. You definitely would have gotten 2. You maybe could have gotten the 3rd, but if you're flying in shooting your pistol, a lot of times if there's like a lot of people on the point like there is right now, there's 4 people, it's hard to miss. Unless of course they have like a Rhine or something blocking the bullets, but a lot of time they'll swing at you, and then as soon as you get your ult, you can press Q and you'll become invulnerable, so you'll be able to survive, and then it's really, you don't lose because of it, because everyone's having to scatter onto the point regardless. Let's fast forward. You jumped a little bit too far forward that time. It's a good escape from the Winston though. I see the Pharaoh right there. There you go, okay. You're playing the corners actually pretty good in a lot of these situations. A lot of times you're jumping too far forward with your Guardian Angel. I don't know if that's the mistake of your key binding, where there's an option where you can use Guardian Angel where you just hold it down and then you release whenever you want to stop. Or there's the other one where you have to press it twice, where you press it once to initiate it and again to stop it. You should definitely be using the one press method though. Yeah, you got a little bit too into the fray there, but there was a lot of people jumping onto the point. As soon as I get res here, I'd be heading topside. But may have a good ult. Reaper flank though. As soon as you see the Reaper, I think you just try to jump to a teammate. There wasn't much to jump to there because the Winston was also on the back of the site, but yeah, the Mei could have followed up on her own thing. If you would have just walked up top, you would have been able to be safe and then gotten those reses after. Yeah, your teammates died pretty bad there. Nice, walk into it. If you just duck behind this thing, you won't get hit by High Noon, but it's a minor thing. I just like to abuse that. It's good, not flying into it. Alright, not too bad. Fast forward again. Fair is really far pushed up. Probably try to heal the Genji a little bit there, but because D.Va was already getting popped out of suit. Ping that I have res. Telling my teammates to play aggressively. I can't tell what their front line's doing over there, if they're just gonna sit there and zone you out. Maybe would have tried to jump to a teammate if I could, but yeah, looking to the left here to see if I can jump to my soldier. Telling my teammates literally to just back off right now because they're just feeding ult charge. This is unfortunate. I'd be telling my teammates to just go to point and die, and then I'd be walking to the left here. You're walking here into 3 or 4 people, and you just beated, so I'm just walking towards the left, trying not to show myself. You probably could have gotten over there in time to do it, but now you're just in trouble. D.Va flew over here, I'd literally be telling her, hold right click so we can all get through the choke. Bastion can't do anything while she's holding right click. That was a good jump to Ryan though. Damn, Bastion got ult fast. This is probably good. I probably myself would have been greedy in healing the D.Va, but it's actually really smart to not hold it if you plan on resing here. Now I'd start to be walking towards to res because Ryan's about to fall out. Yeah, that was correct. Okay, yeah. You're doing this right. Play in the corner, good. And then I'd be trying to stand up here as much as I can and trying to heal people, and then as soon as Pharah starts to focus fire me, then I drop down. Jump to your Ryan, good. We were dodging the rocket, so your health was going up, but then, yeah, you didn't have any teammates putting fire onto her. I'd be damage boosting the Reaper right here whenever there's this many people in front. You could walk back and there's a mega health pick right there. So you don't have to wait as long, play as much in cover. Yeah, I would have resed the Ryan right there. It's unfortunate he got pinned, but that's not your mistake. Good, walking to left side. Okay, there's not a lot you could have done there. Maybe you could have jumped to a teammate over here, but you do get insta-killed by Pharah ult, so it's hard to have the reactions to do that. You guys end up losing this, don't you? That's tragic. They had a really good defense. You didn't do a lot wrong, but there definitely was some position mistakes, and I think generally as Mercy, you have to call a lot more. Like when you're playing Lucio and Mercy, you definitely have to call because you rely on your teammates to do things. So you can kind of just like control them like chess pieces and tell them what to do. And if they don't listen, then that's their own damn fault, and the loss isn't that bad, but... I wouldn't feel too bad about that one. You actually made a lot of correct mistakes that I would do wrong and other people who play Mercy would do wrong, so... But some of the other decisions, you need to talk more, pressing tab more. Having the correct awareness of where to have your vision on the screen, because sometimes you're looking at dead areas, which I like to call them, is where you're looking at like a part of the map that has either no teammates on it, so you're not getting any information that way, or your field of view isn't looking at the better part of the screen. So there's some things to work.